does. At least, I'm not going to assume that, but I
Here
Ice
we
King's
go.
going to have those matchup knowledge from playing with Saru.
Oh, and already drops his first combo.
He dropped the second one as well up there, but he got the third one and gets some decent damage.
Whoa, did you see that interaction with the Thunder? That was super weird.
A lot of projectiles, when they hit the shield at a certain frame or at a certain angle, they get... their visual continues, but that is only a visual.
I've literally never seen that.
I have seen aura balls and shadow balls seen go directly upwards, but then without a hitbox. So someone would actually jump into them and just nothing would happen.
Super weird.
But so far,
while we were talking trash, he's actually in the lead right now.
Yeah, he has a small lead because of the early conversions, which is, again, the power of Roy. His combo game is very strong when he gets in advantage state.
Yeah, exactly.
His neutral is relatively mediocre, and his disadvantage state is, quite frankly, bad. But his advantage state is really strong, and that is why Roy is actually still a pretty good character in the right hands.
Was a nice read, just barely missed out there. And I feel like once the game or their stocks reach the late game percentage, Robin is going to be in the lead for this matchup.
Yeah, Robin has more reliable setups with the comparison between the checkmate against hit one of neutral air landing.
Yeah.
But when it comes to raw kill power...
Yo, that DI on that F-tilt was
not good. But
not good at all.
But I think it was sweet spotted, so I think it would have killed either way. Even though there was no red lightning. The power of that forward tilt is really good, and it is on Smashville.
That's true. I still feel like with proper DI he wouldn't have died, but who expects that to hit? What is going on?
It looks like...
Okay.
No, I was thinking it was a controller issue, but it was literally Roy camping on the platform while Mad Ice King got his swords fixed.
Well,
the idea behind it was that...
and the checkmate.
Yeah, in the long run it was for checkmate, but the idea was that he would remove his 11th sword because he only had 2 uses left. So it would respawn earlier, and then he would be guaranteed to have it when he would get the grab.
Yeah, that's smart.
Yeah, Mad Ice King actually puts a lot of mental effort into keeping track of all of his items, when he's going to get them, so he can get, usually with a down tilt stall, so he can just catch him without even jumping. And just for proper utilization, like you just saw, forcing himself to lose the 11th sword early.
And that was a great early up B by Ass, just denying Mad Ice King the up B spike, because I've seen him fiend for it.
Yeah, he loves to go for that if he is at a deficit. But right now he was at an even percentage approximately, so he felt no need, and he was just going to cover whatever Ass was going to do after grabbing the ledge. But because he went over the ledge, he was allowed to grab him with Nosferatu. So yeah, another thing that I noticed in this matchup is that because of Roy's amazing mobility, it becomes really difficult for Robin to catch him right before he lands. Because what I've seen Mad Ice King do a lot is try to catch landings with up air before he lands, but he just can't get in reach because Roy moves so much quicker.
Yeah, and that's just...
Which sounds like the story of
the sad life. Yeah, exactly. I was just about to comment on that. That run speed is just sad.
Very clean Nosferatu. It doesn't heal too much because Robin has less damage than Roy, but it's still a nice bit of healing, nice bit of damage. And just getting into someone's minds that they can't shield when they're on when Robin is in the air. That
it's crucial.
Getting your opponent in the mindset that they can't shield allows Robin to put more pressure up with his thunders and forward air. But they're getting the grab, getting this checkmate once more, and taking the first game. Good stuff by Mad Ice King.
A pretty expected outcome, but that was a solid showing.
I was just going to say, NetGS actually put up a bit better of an effort than I was expecting, a bit more, but forced Mad Ice King to do his final stock at least.
Let's go, Lars!
Alright, just some hyper.
Dutch crowd is always crazy.
I heard M1 was talking about it, that beast, the Dutch crowd would just hype over such little things, and that people were enjoying that.
It was amazing.
And also, Pidgey mentioned that some people were actually cheering for him when he was playing against Joe.
Oh, really?
And that was just hilarious to him and really appreciated as well.
Oh.
Yep.
Yeah, no, the Beast crowd was amazing. Like
Just like last year.
the top 8, I was screaming so loud for, for like every time a Dutch person came on, it was just let's fucking go.
Yeah, exactly.
Was
Because we
amazing.
had 3 Dutch players in top 8.
Yeah, with 3.
No, yeah, okay.
No, Medot lost against Aperture.
Oh
for
yeah,
top 8.
the
Sonic from the UK.
best 3, the best of 3, which was a very long set from what I understood.
Yeah, went to a timeout and Meru even pulled a bomb.
Yeah, I saw that
Oh.
one. Oh, yeah,
Like
yeah.
everybody went nuts, but
Yeah,
barely
I
missed.
forgot about that for a moment. All right, so we have Roy's Counterpick being Battlefields. Very
Right.
solid stage for Roy. I'm going to assume that he didn't want Dreamland because that's where the early checkmates happen. But this
Yeah,
stage
exactly.
layout is really good for Roy.
Yeah, I was just about to say, this just allows for such extensions of its combos,
Jammer man.
and it has such a higher ceiling than Dreamland
Yep.
in Town and City.
And that's how it works with throw combos like checkmate, is that it doesn't make it that you have, that the throw works later.
Yeah.
It's just that the percentage in which it will KO is smaller.
Oh, alright.
Because obviously the only thing that
Oh.
changes is the height of the blast zone, which means it will kill later.
Yeah. And man, Mad Ice King always surprises me with how often he lands that Nosferatu. Again!
Yeah, it's like a 50-50 in that regard. Either you force your opponent to stop shielding on the ground when you're in the air or on platforms, or you're just going to get healing.
Yeah, it's...
And either way, it is somewhat in favor of Robin. The only true countermeasure to that is to always anti-air Robin. But that also gets predictable and punishable over time. But even though that's the third one, just
oh
this
my
stop.
lord.
And I saw Robin, he tried to catch it soon because he wasn't sure if it was a third or fourth Nosferatu. But just
That's-
like first game, Roy had an early lead, had some nice combos, but it's just a short combo. After that, Mad Ice King takes control of the stage,
Yeah.
takes control of the pace.
Yeah, exactly. It just feels like whenever As is done with his combos, the advantage immediately shifts over to Mad Ice King, even when he's still on the ledge.
Yeah, but that's also part of what I mentioned, that not only... this is a little theory I have. A lot of players who only play one character or one archetype of character will in their own playstyle also get traits of that archetype. In his case, that would be Roy and Falcon, who really rely on their advantage states.
And throw combos. Yeah.
I wouldn't say the throw combos per se, but more like advantage state over neutral.
Yeah,
And that
okay.
is very noticeable in As's playstyle, whereas advantage state is quite good, but only after a direct neutral conversion, so a grab.
Yeah, and that was
Whereas-
such a Randy up B.
Whereas his stage pressure, when, for example, Mad Ice King's on the ledge, is a little bit less, because that's less in the character that he plays, and more a player, a trait.
Yeah, it feels just overall like Mad Ice King is playing smarter.
Yeah, I would agree with that. And that would also fit the character archetype again, because Robin is more of a trapper, more of a zoning-based character.
Yeah, he's literally like a tactician.
Exactly, and that is also how you're supposed to play characters like Robin, like Duck Hunt. You're supposed to play safe and play on the psyche of the opponent. And that was the fourth Nosferatu in a single stock of Robin, which is rare to
And
see.
he caught the book and he landed it.
And that's like 15%, I think. That is surprising amount of damage. And
Ooh, misses that.
missing the punish on the free fall,
Yeah.
getting KO'd for it.
That was a bit sloppy by Mad Ice King. Not gonna lie.
You noticed it as well, right? The sword twirling.
Sorry, what?
While Mad Ice King was charging his thunder on the top platform,
Oh, yeah.
Roy was doing a quote-unquote advanced technique called sword twirling.
Oh, I didn't know.
Basically, you stand still and you hold your tilt stick, because your C-stick has to be on tilt for it, and then you can basically move your sword while not moving yourself.
Yeah, I've seen it. Saru demonstrated it to me. It's so ridiculous.
It's a tech that Saru actually found himself.
Yeah.
But it's useless. Like you saw, it literally does nothing except for looking fancy.
Except for him being able to twirl his sword. Ooh.
Yeah, if only he got a better hitbox from it.
And
Ooh.
misses it on the normal getup. Whoa!
That was beautiful!
That was clean.
I was expecting a checkmate when he got the grab, but I guess it wasn't kill percent, because Roy's also a fast faller.
Yeah.